Another day, another gameplay. What's going on, guys? Breezy coming in with an unboxing. Now, I've been using my Scuf one. You know, I was going to get the Scuf Infinity, but I thought, hey, you know, instead of waiting 3 weeks, ordering it one, my buttons were getting a bit mushy on the bottom. As you can see, they don't really click anymore. I went out and got myself a Xbox Elite controller. So let's just open the box and see what's inside. Now, I've got all the contents out of the box, guys, and what it's going to come with is some AA batteries. You're going to get like a 6-foot braided cable there, which is really good because the cable I use at the moment is just one out of the plain charge kit. And then you got this nice little case which will pop open, and as you can see, you guys have actually seen the controller. Fucking shit myself. As you guys can see, here's the Xbox Elite controller. After I've near smashed it, they've got a bloody thing in it that fucking throws it. You know, the paddle placement straight away holding the controller is a lot better than what I've got on the Scuf here. If I had the 4 paddles, the other 2 would be in there. And like, as you can see, like that's a kind of a hard motion to reach in there and kind of push. So as I was saying, guys, the paddle placement on the bottom here is very good. You can actually flip the paddles up, flip them over, take them off, and then clip them down and back into the controller. I can get it back in now. So they do come on nice and easy. Let's take a look at the controller that I obviously got out of the case and almost broke. The new like D-pad disc thing holding it, you know, it's pretty much the same. You can see the D-pad. Let me just pull that out. You can see the D-pad on the underneath, so there's really no difference. It just magnets straight back in. With the joysticks, they obviously just clip off the top, and then you grab, you know, you can grab the longer one, clip it straight over the top, and then as you can see there, the 2 different joysticks on now. Slightly longer one. See how you can aim goes with that one. You've also got the longer, like, concave shaped controller. I'm not the super biggest fan of that one. It does sort of annoy me, so, you know, that's kind of useless to me. I won't be using that. I might use the dome ones, but for this meantime, I'm going to be using the standard ones. I will chuck my Control Freaks over the top of them. So, guys, you also have the trigger stops buttons here, just on the back. So, I've got one up here on the left. As you can see, I can push that trigger, all the way down, but then when I get to this one here, as you can see, it does not go down nearly as far. Stops quite high. There's quite a lot left on it, so that's really handy when you're playing shooter games. But then you can just flip it back, so that's an upgrade from the Scuf. You couldn't actually have adjustable trigger stops because, you know, it didn't really work. They did have it on, I think my 360 controller has it. But you know what, let's turn this on, let's test this baby out, let's do a live review, first game on, and let's just see how it is. So as you guys can see here now, we're going to move into the button mapping. So it just tells you how to use the controller. Flicks through, says, you know, you can take the paddles out, you can leave them in, tells you about the trigger stops there, the head triggers, flip the head trigger locks down, blah 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 blah, and you can kind of get through all that. You can get the gist of what's going on with the controller. So the controller is ready, it's going to update here now. So as you can see here, guys, you can actually adjust your left joystick to, you know, play on default. You can have it like slightly delayed, so if you're playing like a racing game or something, you can have it like so it'll kind of like jitter across. You can have aggressive, which is nice and quick. You can get across really fast. You can have instant, as I said, same with aggressive. It's fast, has an acceleration. Aggressive is like an acceleration and deceleration, sorry. And then smooth is just like a nice, you know, constant sort of thing. So we're just going to leave it on default at the moment because that's what I'm used to. That's what I've been playing on. Same with the right one. I might change it like further down just because I play on, if I try snipe or something. So let's just switch this. So we're just changing the buttons around here now, and you can go all the way down here. You can get your right upper, left upper. So my right upper here, they had them as A and B. This is actually going to be my changed weapon one. I don't know why it was on that, but you know, that's just different. My lower left paddle is actually going to be my jump paddle, and then my lower right paddle will be my B button there, because that's when I'm playing Call of Duty. That's what I'm going to need when I play. So now that I've configured the controller, let's jump into a game of Black Ops 3 and see what we can do. Alright guys, so we just loaded up a game of Combine here. I actually can't sprint, that's very... I can whack, but my sprint, as you can see there, my sprint button's not working, so that's a little bit odd. Maybe when I... Oh, there we go, hang on, we've activated now. Just took a little bit. Not liking the feel of it so far. Just because I've got to get back used to it. Can we kill this guy? Maybe we can. Well, we are 1-0 at the moment. Hopefully we can pick up a cheeky kill there. I don't know about the trigger stops. I'm really used to playing without trigger stops, so it's hard for me to come back and, you know, try to do some work with trigger stops on, because it's just a bit odd. It's a bit different. I'm not really used to that, like, such a quick pull here, but, you know, it's really good. You can, you know, changing weapons and all that's nice and quick. I actually haven't been reloading. I've still been moving my finger up and hitting the X button, but, you know, first feels of the controller feels very nice. You know, I've literally bumped the paddle a few times and didn't actually mean to jump, but, you know, that's just nitpicky. Hopefully that changes a little bit. I might, like, try to change the settings or something, see if I can do something with the controller, but I just feel like you bump some of the paddles sometimes, and it's just those trigger stops. I'm just not used to, like, how fast the triggers pull. I think I might change them. I'll change them in a second, and just I'll let you guys know what the difference feels like. It just feels very fast. They're very I feel like everything on the controller is very sensitive. So let's just take those trigger stops off real quick. I'll just play with them how I normally play. See if I can do some work here. Yeah, definitely prefer it without the trigger stops. The trigger stops were a bit of a put off originally, but we're definitely turning up now. I might look at changing the button layouts, because, you know, you could change it to smooth, as I said before. Like, I think that's something I might look into, just because I feel like it's very the sensitivity on the joysticks is very touchy. Kind of want to change that off to smooth. So what we can do, we're on a nice little streak here at the moment. Pick that War Machine guy up. Unfortunately die. Hope you guys enjoyed that little video. This is the new Xbox Elite controller. Very fun, very good to use. Me personally, I don't think I'd use it without with the trigger stops on. I just don't really like it. The paddle placement's really good, but I do find you clip the little paddle a little bit too much. If it was maybe slightly shorter, it'd be good, but all in all, the grip on it's very comfortable, and you know, it's a lot easier to push the paddles than playing on this, because, you know, you kind of like tear your fingers up a little bit with the Scuf. But all in all, I'd rate them about the same. They both have very good qualities about them. I wouldn't, you know, shit talk Scuf. I wouldn't shit talk Xbox. Neither of them have them perfect. Both of them has their positives. Both of them have their negatives. But hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. If you did, remember to rate, subscribe, comment, favorite. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. They're all in the description below. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.